Hello everyone, TOavn here again with another tutorial on how to use PaulXStretch this time. This is a very underrated plugin that not a lot of people use for whatever reason. I mean, it's very good for making pads, well, mostly pads, but it can be used in many different ways, which I don't know, but let's get into the thing. So I'm not going to talk about each parameter in here. I'm not going to talk about every single one of them in details, but if you are curious, then I encourage you to do some research. I'm just gonna show you the quick and dirty way on how to use it, or rather how I use it to make pads. So first, you can either drag and drop WAV files. Now, it only reads WAV files, not MP3s. I haven't tried FLAC. For now, I only know that it reads WAV files. So for example, I'm gonna try and drop this. So it's going to be playing sound immediately. Just take this so that it pauses. Okay, that is the first way of loading a sample in here. Or you can record/capture any sound that you want. So you know when you preview samples in FL Studio, it always plays on the master. As you can see here, I mean, you can change it, but so I'm gonna load the plugin on the master, and all you have to do is to hit capture and then play any sound, and you have your sample recorded. But for this tutorial, I'm gonna stick to the drag and drop method and make a pad out of this particular sample. Any sample that have any sort of tonality to it will work. So the trick here is to freeze the sample and kind of just move around. To do that, first you unpause it and you click on freeze. So as you can see, it's freezing, obviously. So moving it around is very easy to do by just messing around with this slider. I am pretty sure it's not what it does, it's not the actual job of this slider, but since it works when I do that, I assume it is, which probably isn't. And then you find that sweet spot. That is pretty cool. Alright, next would be, well, since the sample has a bass in it, you have a built-in high pass and low pass here. So I'm going to remove the low end. Okay, low end removed. You can also remove the high ends if you use a very harsh sample and you want to get rid of some of the highs, you can. It's also a very linear cut, so that's cool, I guess. Okay, so that's done. Next part, it's something I like to call real-time resampling. Instead of doing everything, you do this and then you record it and then you turn it into audio and then doing that over and over again, everything is live. What I mean by that is you can add a patcher and then you can add a creative effects to make it sound interesting. So in this case, I'm gonna be using a phaser, and then a chorus, and a flanger, and last but not least, a convolver with this preset. Right click with this preset band. Okay, keep in mind this is just an example, okay? This is just an example. And then add an Edison on top of everything and set this on input, record, and play the sample. Now keep in mind that you can move the sample around as you're recording the thing. Once you're done, you just take this so that it fades out. Now you get this. I'm gonna take some time and explain this effect a little bit. So this is the original signal. It's going through a phaser and then a chorus and then a flanger, and this convolver doesn't have any dry. It's just a blurred thing, only wet signal, which means you don't hear the original sound at all. It's just a reverbed, phasered, chorused and flangered PaulXStretch sample, which make things interesting. And then when you're done, you can always EQ the lows if there is any annoying low ends. You can blur it even further. Now the tonality of the sound has a lot to do with the effects, so you gotta be creative with the effects. And I think that's about it. That's how I use this magnificent piece of thing. And I hope you enjoyed the tutorial. Consider subscribing if you feel like doing it, and liking the video as well. It helps a lot, and I'll see you later. Peace.